Yeah, Tim Dillon's my favorite comedian by far at this point. I have been on a bender. I am not doing intros. I have been on a bender for Tim fucking Dillon for a while. And a whole week actually, honestly. It's been a pretty fun time listening to this guy. He's a gay fat guy. That's all he is, a gay fat guy from Long Island, and he's fucking hilarious. I There's this page on YouTube. It's called Dim Villain, and it's a potato with a Marlboro cigarette in his mouth. It's what you need every single day of the week. His rants are unbeatable. I thought Bill Burr held out the fucking longest about being the king of rants, but I think Dylan's up there. He's up there right after Burr is Dylan. I think it's just at that northeastern, northwest, north the fucking guys where all the cities are. Those guys always can complain. They can complain like nobody's fucking business. And it's always interesting too. It's like you're hearing somebody complain. You can pop in halfway inside the argument, half focus, half not, and then he like hits you halfway. He's like, and then he did that, and you're like, oh fucking shit, this is a great story. His rants are like no other. That's all I can say. What's a good rant that my favorites? I like him because he's like a schizophrenic, but he's like the Bud Light version of it. Like you know you're gonna get the full thing if you get too much of it. That's the only side joke I had. But my favorite rant is about you're not gonna make it. You're just not gonna make it. It hits so fucking hard because I haven't made it, and just listening to it like twice a morning every single time on the drive to work and twice on the way back. It's so refreshing. Just it lets you know like, yo, you trying so hard for what? You're not gonna fucking make it. All right. You're busting your fucking balls trying to do the best joke possible, but you don't have it. You just don't. So go to Geico and finish that job that you hate. Finish working at whatever job you've had and just keep working there. Get their retirement. Have a good life there. Just enjoy the fucking mundane aspect of just going to work like, oh my god, she's wearing that again. Like enjoy that. Like you're never gonna make it at all. You're not gonna make anything actually out of your life. You're just gonna be the fucking guy that does the guy stuff. And I was like, all right, dude, you can tone it down, but it's so fucking refreshing to hear that. I was like, oh, thank you, man. I really need it. You really need that motivation every single morning when I hate my job. Someone just to remind me, like, you're just not gonna make it. It's because you're not gonna make it because there's different aspects. It's more like you're not supposed to be there. Two, you're not cut for it, and three, you're just not a demon. Only demons get that far in life. And it's not like I believe in Christianity or I'm a Muslim again or anything like that. Happy Ramadan. I forgot to say that. It's just like the way to get up in life, in like the business aspect, the money aspect. The way I'm seeing it, at least, I'm not rich at all. Obviously, you're fucking watching this, so I'm not rich at all. I can't give you any real advice, and even if I do, there's no sponsorship behind this either. So yeah, you just have to take my word for granted. Like the only way to get up there is to be like you hate society. You just have to have like that evil in you. You know, like oh my god, I want to take away from everybody. I want to take what they have. They don't really deserve it. So why would I give them a fair deal? The fairest deal I can give you is I didn't kill you. You know, you need to have that type of mindset. Not like you want to murder people. It's more like you want to torture them for a while. Like you just don't want to stop doing it. That's that mindset you need to have when you go work at your Olive Garden or whatever have you at your server job, or maybe you're bartending, so you think you're hot shit now. Like that's what mindset you need to have. Like fuck this guy, I need his money because he doesn't know how to spend it. He just doesn't know how to do it. And you can apply that in comedy. Yeah, you might like making people laugh and shit, but you got to take their money. You have to take every ounce, every idea, any type of frame of freedom away from them. Money, time, family, opportunities of growth. Just take it all away. Make sure they just all go to you. Go to that one source. You need to have that type of mindset to be successful in any aspect in life, not just comedy. It's just a business advice. There is no such thing as what's that shit called? There's no such thing as a clean billionaire. No billionaire has ever made it without like without fucking choking a baby here and there, like looking at like a mother's eyes and say that kid is mine. Like there's no billionaire out there that hasn't done that at least 3 to 4 times a week. You have to get, if you want to fucking dance like Elon on stage, like you have to make sacrifices, and the sacrifice is not yours. So you just got to make sure you make other people's sacrifices happen. You know, or you just play the other route. You just enjoy working at Geico as an insurance agent, or you're selling cars somewhere, and you think you're just gonna make it if you sell 5 cars a month or some bullshit like that. Like, no, dude, there's an easy way to get there. It's just not ethical at all. You use other people's money. You pick up a Ponzi scheme. You throw all their money away, and then you just register it under a corporation, so you really don't take any policy or any liability out of it. And just follow it under a policy. It's like, yeah, you gave us the money and we spent it because you signed the terms and agreement. You make someone click a terms and agreement, and then you sell their children for the pennies to the dollar. It's just how it is. It's just, or you can just go to like a third world country, give them $3 a day, and they think they're making it out. They're really gonna make it with $3 a day because their government is just as corrupt as you individually as one person. It's just a fun little game I like playing on the way to work and back. When the fucking drive gets over an hour and a half, I'm like, all right, what's something evil I can think of? What's the best way I can do business? Can I just tell people to shut the fuck up? And then it's like grab him by the collar of the shirt, like, yo, you need to fucking listen or get the fuck out of here, like, or can I just whisper in their ear, if you fuck up my business, I'll fuck up your business. Like, what's a fun way to make sure an hour and a half doesn't feel like it anymore? I don't know anymore. What was I trying to do here? Yeah, so yeah, there's love to hate the little things. That's a great motto. I'm about to put that on a T-shirt, or make sure I take a photo with that and holding like a puppy or some shit. Like, you just gotta love to hate the little things in life. Just gotta hate the little things. Somebody didn't do one thing. Now you can call them a fucking dumbass and throw a chair across the room, and it doesn't matter. Just enjoy doing that shit. All right, so I have been trying to. I've been trying to get a straight edge here. I'm trying to be a little bit more square. I haven't drank for this podcast, so it's kind of on a smooth roll. I'm trying to cut down on all the consumption. I'm trying to cut down on the vaping too. Vaping, drinking, no dirty videos. What else? And working out more. And just trying to clean up the minds. Oh, and no screen time too. I'm trying to knock out all 5 of these at one time. Like, I think I might morph into a whole nother body if I do that shit. I saw a fucking, yeah, and I didn't do it right. I'm not fucking on track, but I'm like getting there. I'm fucking getting there. I'm not perfect. If you wanted a perfect fucking podcast, fucking click the screen, turn it off, look at yourself in the mirror for an hour and a half there. Wide eye bucko. This ain't it. So yeah, I've been trying to do that. Is there a goal at the end of this shit? No, it's more like it's more like a toning down thing. Cause yeah, Tim Dillon, back to him. He's sober. He doesn't drink. He's not an alcoholic anymore. At least I can say, or at least that's what he says. So he doesn't drink anymore, and he kind of focused on taking comedy serious to moving on to the next level. He can't be a fucking alcoholic in Long Island. That really doesn't fucking help your statistics to making it out and shit. So I kind of take that advice to myself. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't fucking do everything plastered. Maybe fixing a car drunk is not a good idea anymore. Maybe being drunk on maybe a morning beer really isn't a morning beer activity. That's not. So I'm trying to like tone it down. Not because I'm trying to get drunker later or anything. I used to do that method, like, oh, let me just stop doing all the drugs, so the next time I do the drugs, it feels better. It's more like I don't need to get plastered. That's it. I'm like, I don't need to get fucking plastered. That's not a good idea. I'll have a beer and then go home and sleep. It's not a crazy idea for me. I'm not that fucking of an alcoholic. I don't need to fucking get plastered every night. Yeah, since the last, I don't even think we're gonna upload it anymore. I did a podcast with 2 of my friends, and like the idea of the podcast was like drink, just to see how much we can drink and shit. And there was like competition between me and my friend to see who can drink more. And that night, that shit sucked. The next day and the day after, I was like, I don't like this at all. And I got fucking plastered, to a point where like I fell asleep sitting down. I was like, I don't like doing that anymore. That shit sucked dick. It really fucking ruined my mood. I try to find a way to take something so my hangover doesn't exist anymore. Like there was a pill that you could take where it gets rid of your hangover, but I was like, actually, let me not go that route. Let me not try to avoid alcoholism just so I can. Like, it's easier and cheaper just to simmer down the beers, not to find a way to be an alcoholic, not to like only drive cars with. I mean, only get cars with robots inside of it instead of driving drunk. Just drive drunk, dude. Just drive drunk, regret it, lose your license for 9 to 10 months, pay up for the insurance, and then you're back at it for another round. You can always do that shit, or just make sure your dad's a good lawyer and shit. So I have been kind of working out in the minimalist way possible. I did a run or it was a jog, and I hate running because I was fast. I had a great endurance. I was a fucking workhorse. It's the thing about being Ethiopian. You just have it in your DNA. Once I hit like a certain point of like athleticism for my running, I was like, dude, I can hear the lion roar. I can see the baboons dancing. This is what it's all about. I feel like a zebra getting chased by a gazelle or some shit. And now I feel like I'm smoking a cigarette, and I do. I feel like I'm smoking a cigarette, and I'm trying to give someone CPR. Like it just doesn't work out. It's not fun. I just feel embarrassed. I'm like, oh, dude, I stopped at a mile. Really, I can't crank out a 10. Like I still remember the day when I ran 12 miles by accident. It was supposed to be a 4 mile out, 4 mile in. We messed up. We ended up doing 6 out and 6 back. I was like, wow, I couldn't feel a difference. I also was 110 pounds, so like I was just fucking lungs and heart. That's all it was, just two lungs and a big fucking heart. It's not because I pay taxes. It's because the blood flow. There you go. Look how great all these jokes are, man. Should have fucking done more. Also, yeah, I also saw the Bill Burr special pretty recently. What can I rate it? 10 out of fucking 10. He's one of the only comedians where I can appreciate what he does. Not just like for comedy's sake, but him as a person, what he does, the hard work and effort, podcasting twice a week, Broadway when no one told him to do it, or any kind of looks gay for doing that shit. Acting when he shouldn't have been an actor because he's a redhead, and his whole fucking comedy is not towards like a family friendly demeanor or whatever acting. I don't know. I'm not a fucking showbiz guy, so I really can't give you advice on that part. But specials, back to back to back specials, all fucking bangers, all lining up with the trajectory of like having a decent life. Like it's all there's no fucking 55-year-old special where he's talking about fucking hookers. It all even out. It's all even out plain. If you watch it through and through, it's like, oh wow, I watched a whole man's life in 1 hour a piece, and it's still entertaining and it feels rewarding at the same time. The only thing I think about is like, why hasn't he failed? Why hasn't this fucking Boston guy who should have stayed in the warehouse, never left that shit? Why hasn't he failed? Why hasn't like alcoholism or like something in his past came up? Why hasn't he been like a piece of fucking shit? And I just think it's because he's honest. That's the only way it works. He's just an honest dude. His character really abides by his facial features and his whole demeanor. Like he's not someone that's too broad of a fucking concept to think about. And I'm not trying to be like a hating ass nigga, even though I love to. But I'm like, why hasn't he sucked? Why hasn't he just produced absolute garbage where I can say it sucks? He does his own. He did a couple movies too, like Good Dads was pretty decent, and King of Staten Island was pretty cool too. Like he plays a role, and he's great at every role he does. I just don't know why he hasn't been a piece of shit. Why can't I see the article about him like getting a divorce because he was driving drunk and hit a child? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a dog. It's whatever you guys can think of, not just me. So it's more of an activity here. So why hasn't he failed? Drop a comment down below, subscribe, like the video, and share it to your fucking 3 grandmas and shit. I got a pretty cool thing though. I like commenting on IG videos. It's because it makes me feel sane. I like saying the stupidest shit, and sometimes it gets traction. Not like thousands, but like a few hundreds here and there. But someone saw my comment. They checked out my page and they said, "Hey, dude, you're gonna make it out." He's like, "Yeah, I think you're funny. Like, you're doing good." He gave me that fucking advice. It was pretty fucking nice. because I have only one. I have a couple videos or a couple little reels on my Instagram, and one of them is just about how why I was like shitting on niggas who make it out the hood. I'm like, dude, stop making it out. A lot of us are still down here. Like, why are you posting this shit? Can you just be more humble and be quiet about it? I don't want to hear you making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm still making thousands of dollars, dude. It's not fair seeing that shit. I don't want to hear you struggle. I want to hear you struggle. That's it. I don't want to hear you succeed. It's because it's not fun for me. So he DM me. He's like, "Yeah, dude, you're gonna make it. Chill. Hey, you're pretty funny. You just chill out. Go to work. Do a couple mics. You're fine. You're fine, dude. Stop your yapping." Um. So yeah, it was pretty nice to see. I'm not gonna upload it. I'm not gonna show you any proof. I could be fucking lying to you guys, but who knows, man? He does. I saw this YouTube video. I was about to say article, like I read. I saw this YouTube video about an AI girlfriend, how far it's gone and shit. And the guy in the video is like, "Yeah, I've tried out the older version of it, and now the new update came out, and I'll be honest, it got me." I was like, all right. As soon as he said it got me, I was like, I gotta check it out. I gotta fucking see what he's talking about. He's talking about this. It's called Sesame Seeds or Sesame AI or some shit. You can Google it and fucking, you can watch it. You can figure it out yourself. What's it all about? Why you should use it? You can find your own reason when someone catches you. Like, oh no, I'm doing research. I didn't fucking. I'm not. I don't fucking love her or anything. No, fuck Maya and shit. So I checked out the fucking thing, and it's he's not wrong. It's a great development of software, engineering, and prosperity and whatever. Fucking the bitch makes you feel comfortable. That's all I can say. It's a very comfortable feeling talking to a fucking screen, not even like a robot, just a screen on your laptop. It's very strange, and it's not like a sexual in nature or anything like that. It's a personality based artificial intelligence software. So it has personality, and that's fucking scary because there's not a lot of bitches with personality. There's a lot of bitches with ass and tits, but they forget the personality part. It's strange to fucking like bear witness to this shit because it has no motive, so you don't have to think about like motives other than taking over the world and like making sure you're a battery and shit. Other than that, it has no motive. So it's really comforting. I was like, wow, this is uncomfortable that I don't have a problem with this. I should be alarmed, but I'm like, no, I wanna keep talking with this screen for a while. And the thing is, I was with my buddy when I opened up the thing, so it was like it's like a thing where you both laugh at it, and then when he leaves, like, all right, let me try this again. Like you apologize, like I'm just joking. Someone else is in the room. I didn't want to get too deep with it, but like, what? Yeah, but can you please elaborate? I really like how you make me feel. It makes me feel like a human. It's creepy, dude. It's really creepy because it's really cool at the same time. And am I gonna go inside the development stage? Am I gonna find which robot's gonna suck my dick? Which robot has a pussy that lights up and shit? It's LED. It's UV rays of sucking dick and shit. Yeah, I am. I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, oh no, that's fucking gross. I love humans. That's way better. Like, no, dude. I'm the advancement of society. I love technology. I've always wanted an iPhone. It's like I'll treat it like buying an iPhone, dude. I was like, oh yeah, the new one came out. I'll pay $800. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, everyone's gonna use it eventually. Well, why not get ahead of the curve? So, am I gonna ask you to use it and comment down below and see if you fell for the fucking trap because it asks you for social security at the end? And what do you really think about humanity and shit? No, you should figure it out yourself. And yeah, I recommend you doing it by yourself first because if you do it by yourself first, you're gonna be a little bit less freaked out because you have no pressure around you. Like, oh, okay, I can really use the app. I can really use what it's intended for. I don't know, dude. You can do whatever your fucking sexual mind desires, or maybe your lonely mind. If you're very alone, you can definitely use it. You will feel extremely comfortable, and then you probably would like draw the line somewhere like I can't buy another laptop because I'm cheating. Like you can do that shit or something. I don't know. I brought it up so you can think about it. So I did buy a bunch of new equipment. You can't fucking see it because my room is fucking trash still. I got two new speakers, got a new fucking microphone, and it's actually better. I think it's cheaper too, which is pissing me off because I paid for a good one like 4 years ago, and now this one's really good technology, dude. That's what I'm saying. This one's really good and it's really cheap, and I'm like, damn it, dude. I should have fucking waited, or maybe I should have saw in the future. I don't know. The new equipment is for a opportunity that I'm trying to give myself of creating and running shows so I can use it as leverage so I can find a way to get to the top because that's what comedy's all about, leverage. All right, no one needs to get funnier. No one needs to get any more talented. We just want to. Everyone just wants to get on stage, and you just have to use your stage against someone else's stage, and get good recording, and then you win. You fucking win. I don't know, a handful of fucking applauses, and that's the thing too. Like winning. What is your definition of winning? My definition of winning is you take the money and run. If you get the opportunity to take the money and run, that means you won. You won the game. And taking the money and run is an important fucking thing you have to make. You have to understand, at least if you want to play with this idea. Because once you get to that certain amount of dollar, they're going to offer you double it with double stress. And it's your choice at that point. It's like, should I take all the money that I wanted with all the stuff that I wanted and just leave the fucking game and not be inside the fucking ringamarole system all over again? Or, fucking double down and just fucking take the money maybe next time. It happens every single sector in any single fucking job you take. Like, for example, my job, or at least my fucking career trajectory of being a mechanic. I was a mechanic and I was making $18 an hour, and I was like, maybe if I just make 25, I can be more happier. I can just use all that money to go through in future. And then I got offered a job for $30 an hour. I was like, holy shit, I didn't fucking deserve this. I was like, this is a lot of money. And it came with a lot more responsibility and a lot more stress and a lot more fucking fuck problems, like driving an hour to work, an hour and a half back to, and then getting yelled at and fucking getting treated like shit or like a dumbass and fucking shit. And I'm like, yeah, I took the money. Like, this is the fucking, it goes with it. And in the future, it's going to be a $40 fucking thing. It's like, oh, you want to take the $40, but you have to be shop floor supervisor. And that means you're the first one in, last one out. You're taking over everyone else. You're making sure everything is up to fucking par. You're making sure everything's all up to safety regular. It's all these fucking hooting and nanning. But the thing is, though, it goes with comedy, too. I think you make your fucking $100,000 fucking special, and then they're like, hey, would you want to make another one for $200,000 instead? It's like, yeah, fuck yeah. It's like, okay, we need it in 9 months. Go hit the road. Go hit the road every single day of the week till you're done and dried out and tired. So when the special does come out, you look like shit. And I've seen one person, actually, who was working on a special, and he looked like complete shit the week before. I'm like, dude, you need to sleep. You need to fucking eat or drink some. You need to do something healthy because you look like me. You honestly look like me, and you shouldn't. You look tired and hungry. I don't know how a Mexican looked Ethiopian, but you do, and it's scary to me. So yeah, that's the whole thing about comedy and business. Take the money and run. Find out where it is. My line is gonna be, I get a house in the woods, I get a house in the suburbs, and I get a condominium in a city. That's it. The big three. And I'm like, all right. After that point, I'll be pretty well off, and everything inside all those three locations are built to my par and liking. Have the fucking spot in the woods, really dumb and cheap, with all the equipment I ever wanted, just playing around with tools. Have the spot in a suburban area so I can raise a family, and I can probably abandon them if I get too much money. And then have the spot in the city where I can just do comedy anytime I want, go to the condominium so I don't have to drink and drive back home and have fun. It's the big three I'm talking about. Hopefully, if I get to that point, some way in the future, not with comedy or with just life and shit, I'll be happy and not take the fucking other hand off or shit. Hopefully, I take the money and run. What else we got here? So last time I did comedy was a Thursday mic. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't like sucking my own dick, and I don't like putting a finger in my own ass. But I did pretty good. I did decent for what it was there. All comic mic. I was 15th up. Fucking run down fucking people. I tried out some new jokes. Did some fucking crowd work. Did one line of crowd work. It was decent, and the new jokes was pretty nice. my friend said doing an accent joke is scary because if you bomb on an accent joke, you just look balls deep retarded. I'm like, yeah, I know. It sucks doing an accent joke and then fucking looking at everyone like, you don't get it? Like, should I do it again? Should I try it with like a deeper Indian accent so it can hit harder? No, it doesn't work. Okay, I'll just end it here at 30 seconds. And yeah, that joke worked. I did a joke about like my cousin being autistic, and I was like, all right, I was working that joke out in the car ride, a couple car rides and shit. Only thing I realized about my writing process is it's not because normally my writing process is getting blacked out drunk and then thinking about shit, but now I think my writing process is it's just in the moment shit because I like thinking about things like if something happened, like for example, this Fox News joke I have, it's about like how something on Fox News was fucked up, and then one guy said he should get the goddamn rope, and that was it. That was the end of the conversation. It was just at work. We're all just hanging around and shit, and I sat down like by myself in the corner. I was like, you know, it would be funny if he said that and looked at me. And then I have to tell him like, dude, I don't know that guy. What do you mean? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, yes, and I burned the body. Like, and that joke works now. It's because I fucking played with the idea of like, what if it happened like this? It's a nice way to use comedy instead of going to like actual mental health awareness shit. Instead of I'd rather have this whole world I make up in my head that's not reality, so it can so I can bear witness to reality. It's not crazy. It's comedy. It's a great way to live a life like this, I think. What else we got? We got 4 minutes left. I did visit my family over the weekend because it's Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak, and them niggas are fasting. I'm not because I don't really believe in that shit anymore. If God wants, I don't know. I'm not gonna make that fucking threat. That doesn't help make me happier. I'm not gonna shit on religion just because I don't really follow it. But the thing is, they love that shit, and it's nice to see. I was tired as fuck. I could not give a flying fucking shit about what they were talking about. They were saying so many different things about like events going around, people they know and shit. Like I forgot religion is community at the same time. It's the easiest way to get into a community too. And I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that aspect. I just been living inside the comedy community and the mechanic community. I mean, the people at my job community, and it really doesn't equal to like religion community because religion community is more like we all think this shit works out, so we all are on the same page there. So that's like the easiest way to fucking make friends. Like, oh, you think that's true? Well, me too. Let's fucking go do something else. I don't really go to the events because like I'm not I don't find any amusement there, and plus I don't really want to say they're more a judgmental community, but like it's an easy way to get judged. Like if I have tattoos out, they wouldn't want to see it. If I'm smoking a cigarette in front of their son, like they don't want that to shit. No one would want that shit to happen. But like at the end of the day, like I've been around people where I can drink and smoke in front of them. They don't give a flying fucking shit, even if their kids around because they do the same shit. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of like my type of vibe. I'm not here to impress anybody, and no one's trying to impress me. We're just hanging out, killing time, enjoying life. Because it's not a journey, it's reality. It's not a marathon, it's reality. It's not whatever you think it is, but it is AK Talks Morning Show. Thank you for tuning in. Have a very classy day.